name is Melina, and this is Reyna, and this is the day that we met. I got her as a coming 2-year-old in Gilroy, California. I actually found her on Facebook Marketplace and went to a ranch where I was looking at some colts, and she was stuck in the back of my mind, so I decided I had to go see her before I made any decisions, and upon meeting her, I knew she was the one.
I got it for us.
How do you feel?
I feel good. I was stressed, but now I'm happy.
She's happy now. Look at this little thing. Look at this little baby. Hello!
Reyna was a little bit younger than the other horses I was looking at, but I just really loved her personality. I knew I wanted to put quite a few months of groundwork into her before starting her under saddle, so she just had a little bit more time to grow. It is really common with quarter horses to start them as long yearlings or right when they hit their 2-year-old year, but me, I knew I wanted to take things slow, so when it was time to get on her back, we had a mutual understanding of how things were supposed to go between us. I use a whip as an extension of my arm when working with the horse on the ground, and sometimes when I'm on them as well. It's nice to be able to tap and use the tail of the whip to kind of direct energy and show your horse which parts of their body you want them to move. For example, I'm starting my backup cue with Reyna by tapping her on the chest. The first couple weeks, I'm focusing on leading her on the ground as well as grooming and just touching different parts of her body, making sure she's comfortable with me picking up her feet, being around her butt, messing with her tail, and she's a pretty friendly little filly. She does want to trail behind me when I'm leading her around, so I'm going to introduce her to some advanced leading because I like a horse that takes off and kind of stays at your shoulder. It's also the perfect start to doing some liberty work. Rather than dragging your horse around by their face, you can teach them to move off your movement, and that's what we're starting here. I sat on Reyna for the first time officially in the quarantine pens at the ranch where I was starting my new job. I had taught her to sidle up to the fence, and my mom was visiting for the weekend, so it felt like the perfect time.
That's it. She looks a little wobbly. So cute. Good girl. She's so cute. She is not a cranky mare.
We took our first big field trip to the fraternity that was happening in Tulare, California, and I got to ride Reyna in some busy warm-up pens. We got a chance to work some cows and also just be in the hustle and bustle. I like to think that I'll end up showing her as a cow horse or a cutter at some point, although I haven't quite figured out where I fit into the show world yet.
We went and rode around in the warm-up pen, which was great. It was a little crowded, which is really good for her and me. But then we finished out here in the parking lot because it's really nice and no one's out here because everyone's obsessed with good footing, rightfully so. But you know, I grew up riding on not good footing for forever, and our horses were okay, so it's not going to kill her to go trot around on some packed dirt for a little bit, so that's what we're doing.
I go back and forth on what I want to do with Reyna. Sometimes I'm like, I want to make a cow horse that I can take and show in the reining pattern, cutting, and go down the fence. At other times I'm like, I don't want to show. I just want to work with horses and do liberty and be one with the horse and go out and cowboy sometimes. Nevertheless, I want a well-rounded horse that I can go do anything with. I'd love to go to some team sortings, and Reyna is quite cowy. I've gotten to do a little bit of herd work with her, as well as chase steers out of the roping chutes, which is really fun. She is like a border collie. She's very smart and needs a lot of stimulation, which makes her a lot of fun to work with because she has a lot of drive. It also can make her a little more reactive to things when we're out in the world, but for the most part, I have to remind myself that she is just 3 years old because she's pretty great. I love spending time with her like this. It's very peaceful and the perfect way to end the day, and we just move together like a little dance. And we both get our steps in. Win-win. Here's a little unfiltered
Reyna,
training session in the round pen. I'm gonna work with Reyna on the ground and then ride her bridleless.
Come here. There you go. Remember what's going on? Pay attention. Trot. Keep going. Close. Good girl. Why is your head up in the air like that? Are you a giraffe? Good. This way. Good. Good girl. Come back over here. Good. Good. What a good girl. Change direction. Turn. There you go. Another little brake check. Whoa. Good girl. What a good girl.
Nice chicken. Reyna and I went on our first beach ride in Morro Bay, California, where I used to ride all the time with my bestie Kate when we went to Cal Poly together. And it's just really a full circle moment. We're both on our 2-year-olds that we started from scratch. The ponies were great. They got in the water. It's funny when the young horses, or any horse, gets in the water for the first time, they kind of sway with the motion of the ocean. And sometimes it's a little bit of a hurdle to get them to go over the foamy waves as it rolls towards them. But luckily these two took it like champs. Turns out Reyna is quite the seal. She does not mind taking a dip. This video is a little tricky for me to make because it's hard for me to feel like I ever have a finished product, since it's not like I've been training for one show or to do one thing specifically. I just wanted to show you guys my progress with Reyna and what about a year of riding looks like. This is just the start. We certainly have a long way to go, but I'm proud of how far we've come. I've been improving as a rider over the past year to try to be the best communicator I can be for her and show her exactly what I want. And Reyna's blossomed from pretty much being a dog that likes to get in your personal space to being a pretty cool little horse. So I'm really excited to see what we do next. So I guess you can consider this part 1. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys following our journey. I hope this video inspires you to get out and try something new with your horse. There's always more to learn and new things to try, and sometimes you just gotta throw yourself into it. So that's what we did, and this is how we are looking today.